Hey, my name is shawnshawn. I sell art on shawnshawn.co. Today we're going to react to Ashley Blumthal, aka AB Creative. So on her channel, she has a little bit of a her background was really nice, has one of her paintings, kind of when she drops her videos, which is really smart if you want to stick to a schedule. I don't do that because it leaves you no flexibility. You have to always be producing. I usually produce a lot, so I don't think I'd have a trouble to do one a week, but I usually do 4, so I might do 1, I might do 4. I'm not going to stick to a schedule, but if you can stick to it, it's really good. You can just have 1 or 2 or 3 in the can, so you can just kind of stick to that schedule. That's how you do it. Always have 2 or 3 ahead, so if you go on vacation, you kind of crank out 5 and then plan them out, they schedule drop, and then you come back and you have still 2 in the can. So I think that's really nice. She has AB merch and some of her social media links at the top. She has an intro video on how to do grapevines, so that's kind of cool intro video. Her next thing is she has popular uploads, which I think is good. Always have your popular uploads first. I think that's the best way to do it. Then she has uploads. She has elemental women, pouring cutouts, straw blow technique, experimental techniques, chain pull technique, and Christmas videos. This is really smart because Christmas is coming up, so if you have some special Christmas only videos, it'd be smart to kind of put this in your playlist on your channel, on your front page like this for the holidays. She has resin and shorts. So shorts is really a way to become very popular nowadays because you can use that obviously on TikTok as well. And I think Instagram does it as well. So those are a really good method to do. So let's check out the first video. This one is called Easy and Quick Chain Pull Butterfly AB Creative Tutorial Shorts. So this is actually really short but it's one of the more popular ones, so I'll play it.
Hello everyone, in this short video I'm going to be painting a chain pull butterfly. So I'm going to paint the outline in black.
So it's really nice off the bat. She has a really nice from the spoke. She's not a headshot straight on, which I think the best way to do it, but a short is less than a minute, so you just want to kind of cut to the chase. So she just immediately starts the painting. She has her logo popping in there, which is really nice I think as well, although I'd probably do it at the bottom maybe, but let's keep going.
Put in lines of color. If you want to have straight edges, you place the chain on the black lines, not outside, and then you just pull. If you place them outside, the lines will be more wispy. Now, I'm not sure who first invented the chain pull technique, but I saw my first chain butterfly on designer Gemma 77's channel, and you can check her channel in the description. I add black paint to the middle and use a palette knife to shape the body and the antennas. So here's the finished product. So this is a wonderful, quick and really cool technique that looks pretty intricate. Well, I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think in the comments. Bye bye.
So really just quick and simple, quick and dirty video, which is great for shorts. You can always take your longer videos and kind of cut them up shorter. I've only done 2. I should do a lot more because I have literally 300 painting tutorials. So I could make 300 shorts if I just got off my butt and did it, but I kind of like doing these type of videos. But yeah, I think it's a pretty good video. Overall, let's go look at the next video. Hopefully I chose the full version. I don't know if these are all super short. This is called Fantastical Unicorn Acrylic Pour Easy and Fun Swipe AB Creative Tutorial.
Hello everyone, this is AB Creative. Today we are going to have so much fun making a fantastical unicorn painting. We are using the satisfying and easy swipe technique to make this a project.
So it's really cool. She kind of introduces her video and she actually gives you really short snippets to get from like the beginning all the way up to the unicorn really quickly. So you get an idea what the whole video is going to be about. That's a really smart way to do your video. You always want to have that hook. So here you know you're on the right video. It's going to be about a unicorn and it's going to look really cool.
Anyone can try. Let's get right into it. It's time for a new project today. So for this we're going to be using black canvas. This one is 28 by 35. It's an Artesa's canvas. Now because we're going to be painting a dark background, I do like those black canvases for the background.
It's interesting because I don't think in Blick you don't really, you probably might have in Blick online, but I've never seen black canvas, so it's kind of cool because you don't have to paint it black right off the bat, you just buy it black, so that's a really nice thing.
Actually going to use 2 colors today. Fast black and ultramarine blue. So let's just spread the paint. Now what's in it? 1 part of paint to 1 part of my pouring medium, and my pouring medium consists of 50% of water, 50% of PVA glue, and I mix it really well, and then I add, I would say, 30% of Floetrol. I don't really measure, And if it's still too thick, I just spray in some water.
So that's a really cool thing, is she has actually displayed kind of her chemical mixture. And for all these kind of pour techniques, it's very crucial to get those kind of ratios right, otherwise it won't turn out right. So it's very cool that she actually shares that information. So, because sometimes you just pour and you're like, wow, it's amazing. And then people go home, buy all the paint and try it and they're like, it looks like crap, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. And they never really master because they don't take a class on it and they just, you know, look at something simple. But she's actually giving you the recipe, so that's kind of a really nice thing.
Show the consistency now. Runs off the stick really smoothly. The stream is uninterrupted.
And I like how she's changing the camera angle. She has like at a 45-degree angle and then she has top down, which is a classic view.
Important. I want it a bit lighter at the top.
So I'm going to skip ahead just a little bit just to kind of get through the video.
Peel it off. There might be that some sections will need some touch-ups, but that's fine. I should have the whole silhouette. Yes. See? This part is not finished because that's where his mane will go when I do the pouring. I think I'm just going to do it. It's an indication of gentle spiral. You can also adapt.
So that's a really nice touch. She's kind of doing a post-production zoom where you just zoom in the camera. I think it's called something burns effect. So you just kind of, it's a post-production effect. She's not doing it with the camera. It's just actually after the fact. All right, so she has that nice post-production effect. Let's keep going here. I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit.
That's it. Can you see that? Now you can see really well.
So
Make
she's
sure they're
protected it
really
with
well
the plastic.
stuck.
It's really nice.
Now, if you want to do the same project, this section is optional. But I like doing it. I am going to actually seal the edges, all the edges with white. And not only that, I'm also going to cover the holes with white. I don't have to do it, but I think because my canvas is black, and I'm going to actually pour some light colors, I don't want the black kind of peeping through, so that's why I'm doing what I'm doing.
Yeah, also if you pour on top of black, black tends to soak up the color, so sometimes you have some color and it's very light on there, or it's just not a color fast type of color, and it'll just, the black will just soak up the color sometimes, so it's really smart to switch the part where you are going to add color back to white.
Then I touch it with my finger. You don't have to use your fingers, you can use gloves. You can
I'm going to skip ahead a little bit.
blend a bit. Now we've got, well, yellow. No, it's actually gold. Clockwise. Now this is electric blue. I'm overlapping them just a bit. And I'm going to add a bit of white here. Make some wispy mane on this section. So what do we have? A bit of lilac now.
It's very cute, very girlish kind of color.
And my last color, rose.
But I mean, she's a woman, so that she has kind of girly colors is
This is the
surprising.
white with silicone. And I am going to pour it here.
Ta-da!
And that's the paint I'm going to swipe with.
All right, let's skip ahead to the swipe here. It's over here.
What do you think? I was about to leave it till it's completely dry, but I don't know what's wrong with me. I just have to peel it when it's wet. So I came back and I am going to...
Actually, I would say it's smarter to pull when it's wet because the tape will be less sticky to the bottom layer. So you can have issues if you don't pull when it's wet. If you pull when it's wet, you can have it like a little bit tacky dry, and then when you pull, the paint will separate much better from the tape area. You might have a little bit of bleed, so that might be an issue. You might have to touch it up. But if you let it dry, and then you're pulling up, you're gonna have like this crinkle effect. It's actually much better wet, I think.
Peeling it off. Let me just find which section to start with. I really
So nice
don't
post-production,
want
like camera move there.
I'll start with this bit. It's 1 hour after I poured, so in some places the paint is a bit tacky now.
Yeah, and you can see some of the paint is sticky in the corners.
I'll fix this part.
Yeah, so that's what happens when you leave the paint on there, or this sticky stuff on too long. It's gonna get, the paint can always seep underneath, so it's always a risk when you do any kind of pour.
Super careful.
Yeah, that corner should kind of fix a little bit, but it's a really fantastic effect that she's getting here. Very, very cool.
Ooh. Oh, he's looking so nice.
This is really great contrast. So you can see those edges are a little crinkly like I mentioned before.
Yay.
And just the
really, really minor bits to improve later, but it's going to dry quicker actually when I peel it. Q-tip to the rescue.
yeah, Q-tip's always a must
Blue
for this kind of
once you
thing.
touch the blue with water, it gets lighter, so that's not a problem.
Well, that's actually a cool
There's a
effect.
droplet of water, so it becomes really light.
Like I had actually used that to highlight the blue.
Good the time. 1:10 a.m. My unicorn is ready, completely dry. Can you see the gold?
Oh, that's really nice. Let's go ahead to the closer to the end.
Sometimes I spray it with isopropyl alcohol and then wipe it off as well. This is this.
So it's really interesting. Here she's added music and she didn't add music in the beginning. It's like, why not have music through the whole thing? So it's kind of cool in the fact you're close to the end, so you're heightening up the effects maybe with the music, but I personally would just have music all the way through, but I mean, it's just, you know, the way she's probably doing her videos.
Spray I'm going to use. It's Liquitex Gloss Varnish, but unfortunately I'm going outside. I'm not going to spray in my studio.
Yeah, don't do
So
that
I'll
inside.
be back with the sprayed piece.
I think it's really nicely done. She's got a zoom going around. So let's go to the next video. This one's called Beautiful Autumn Tree Woman Acrylic Swipe Painting AB Creative Pour Tutorial. It's a mouthful.
Hello everyone, this is AV Creative. Greetings from very rainy London. Now today I'm going to take you on a little journey. I was asked.
So you see, like, again, she's showing that really fast production. So like on the first 5-10 seconds, she's like, we start here, we go a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here. And so she's covering the whole video just super fast. And so that's really cool because you already know it's a hook. So you pull in, you're like, oh, I got to the right video. I'm at the right one I want. And then you play the whole video, right? So let's skip ahead a little bit.
My Maymate had a blue background, the Fire Woman was red, orange and yellow. And this one, since it's going to be autumny, I'm actually going to paint the background with gold. This is my Arteza Gold. Lovely paint. This is not the regular brush, this is my, actually my blusher, but it's pretty soft, so...
Yeah, I would use a way bigger brush for this.
I don't think I have to coat all the background, just around the face. I'm just planning to make it like a really kind of a rich colours. A bit of like Gustav Klimt's painting. A bit gold and shimmer. I could of course pour just gold on the background, but I want it quicker. I want it to be dried faster. And also when you just paint it.
Let's skip ahead a little bit.
So again, very quick.
So I think she's using that sticky tape to get it in there.
Really well. Actually don't mind if the pour goes a bit lower. I think it's fine. Just here. Okay, so now I'm ready to mix the colors. And as I mentioned before, this Earth Tree Woman is going to wear autumn.
So let's see, we're a little bit further ahead. So she's filling all the colors.
Touching some areas.
So she's getting rid of all the air bubbles this time.
I'm comfortable swiping in this direction. I'm going to move her towards myself. And then I'm going to swipe this way. The more I'm thinking, I've kind of thought maybe if I swipe with black.
Let's see if I get the swipe area.
Napkin, I'm going to spray it so that it's not completely dry and it adheres nicely.
So she's using this for the swipe? Interesting. Yeah, I guess I missed that before in the last video. Because I thought she would use plastic or something, but...
Wow. Look at all that. Isn't that amazing? Oh, I love it. Okay. Now, don't want to spoil it.
Yeah, this is tricky once you got one little piece there and then you're like, oh, I hope I pulled the second part right. So far, so good.
Oh, that's so beautiful. Whoa. That's a lot of black here. But I still think it's pretty amazing.
She still has to do that bottom layer.
Okay, that leaves me with this small section. Just here. Wow, that's pretty cool. Oh my goodness. I do know I have a bit of a gap here. I can fix it in a minute.
I think it's a really nice painting. Let's keep going here. I thought it was done, but I guess there's more.
Straight away what it will look like.
I'm like, isn't it done? This is a really nice to add like the veins into it.
Here. The good news is, hopefully I can wipe it off if it goes wrong.
Yeah, hopefully.
Okay, maybe we're better than I thought. Okay, this tree, this kind of tree woman, obviously her branches are kind of like windswept, or there's a storm perhaps. It's all going in one direction because I did want to actually have the face kind of revealed. So
I like how she's combining techniques with
if I put
brush
it in the middle, then I would really struggle with the features. Now this is a really beautiful section and I want it to be seen, but I do need some thick branches, so how do I go about that? Maybe I'll start with this side first. I definitely don't like that area. It's nice that the colors of this wipe actually they are leading me into that direction, so I'm just basically covering the kind of sections in between. I'm trying to preserve the lighter areas because it's not my thinnest brush, so I'll come back later on with a really thin one just to do some small branches and much.
It's interesting she's gold.
So one branch
highlight the face like that.
Oh, covering the lovely bronze, but it was inevitable. Well, I do have to lose some of the cells. Okay, so I think I'll be just playing with a smaller brush in a minute once I'm happy with these.
She's a really nice brush control there.
Just adding the branches. Oh, by the way, I don't think I've ever told you.
So I'm going to skip ahead a little bit more. Sorry, guys.
Okay, now for the tree trunk.
I don't know why she's covering that, but
it's an amazing spray paint. Very high pigmented. It's a matte finish. You can use it on objects inside or outside, but you should not actually spray it inside. So I'm going to go outside. So you forgive me. This is all covered. I'm just going to spray it lightly with the can, and then I'll come back to you. Whenever you use it, please read all the warnings. It's highly flammable. It's actually dangerous. So kids should not be near it. I'm doing it in stages.
You know,
so
kids are getting the flamethrower.
I definitely didn't want any puddles of spray, so probably I didn't put enough, but I would rather be cautious. As I am waiting for it to dry, I've decided to add a few tiny leaves, as if sort of they were falling off the tree. She's totally dry now, and I think I put probably like 5 layers in the end. Well, this is going to be the most exciting bit now. So I am using a needle. I'm just going to lift up the contact paper. Oh, let's just hope it's just looking good.
I mean, I'm not sure why she did the background. It looked fine to me in gold.
Oh,
I mean, I might have added more gold. It's a really nice effect, though. I mean, oh, that's really sticky, though. I think I would use blue tape.
Wow.
You know. But blue tape, sometimes you get the paint underneath, so.
Look at this.
But I think I would use blue tape for when you're spray painting on top. You can just use blue tape, I think.
I'm definitely going to use the spray paint some more. This is my first time spray painting on canvas. Going slowly.
Yeah, that's way too. I mean,
I think this section was.
It's cool, but see how that's dry? It's really tough.
Maybe I'll just cut it off to peel it easier.
Alright, so let's go closer to the end. Just going to pull that all off, obviously.
Like her, but just please send me an email. or message me on Instagram. There seems to be a recurring theme with my videos recently. So I managed to lose footage like twice or 3 times perhaps. But this time
That happens all the time.
I did something
have the same
even
problem.
worse. So I was going to very quickly add another coat of spray paint, and I grabbed the can and I went outside and I quickly sprayed it, but I grabbed the wrong can. So instead of my layer of gold, I kind of got a layer of beige now. I honestly, I don't know whether to be laughing or crying.
Yeah, so that happens sometimes. You make mistakes in the painting, but it's nice that she talks about it versus just kind of being like, oh, I deliberately did this the whole way through, right? So this is one of the key things you do a painting video. It's always good to kind of admit to your mistakes. It'll really heighten the drama in the painting because it goes up and down, like, oh, this is great, and like, oh, the middle sucks, and then you struggle, and then you're like, oh, this is getting better, and then you find 200 people like, oh, he is a pro, it's not an amateur, right? So it's nice to do that. Let's take a second and look at her website. She has 2 websites, so it's a little confusing. I'm not sure anyway why she does that, but she has AB Creative Merch. So this is the home page. She has some merchandise you can buy, so nice, early entry points, phone covers, all kind of stuff. So that's the first page. She has mugs, she has wall art. So these are prints. I'm not sure where she's selling her paintings at, so that's kind of interesting because this page doesn't have any paintings, so I'm not sure why it's set up that way. She also has another website called Made by AB Creative. I think this is an older website maybe when she was just a graphic design artist. So I think she probably started in graphic design and then got into painting, or was doing painting and then kind of on the side, and then finally said, oh, I want to do a painting channel, so maybe that's what happened. I think I would have left the AB Creative as AB Creative and then done the art channel under her own name, which is Ashley Blumthal. I'm not sure. I would just break it out that way and say AB Creative is just your, creative design, and keep it separate. If you want to keep it separate, it's fine, but there's no reason to have them combined if you're not going to have a combined website. So it's a little bit confusing, but I get the why she's doing 2 separate websites. So this just has Let's Chat. She has video marketing, marketing, social, video, graphic design. So she has a whole bunch of different graphic design skills and social media skills. So she's selling that as a package. So that's really smart. It's weird because she doesn't have an about her on this thing, like how long she's been doing it. She has a really short one, but it's just like literally like two paragraphs, very short. Maybe that's enough, I don't know. It depends how long you're in the business, I guess. If you're long enough in, you probably have your reputation, you can shorten it maybe. But it seems like you would have it in there like, I went to school, I live in London, or something to that effect maybe. But it doesn't really cover that too much, but I think it's cool. And yeah, so that's Ashley Blumthal. So hopefully you guys like it. Give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe, you can subscribe below. And I'll see you in the next Artist React video.